That one there for poor Bemis. I'm sure that'll end up on social media or Reddit or something. Can everyone have a bit of a laugh? But yeah, look, you can't sleep on the underdog. But what happens when they're both underdogs? Well, right now, we got both teams with A's, big ones. Astralis, once upon a time, the very best Counter-Strike team in the world. The only player left from that device. On the other side of the server, Apeks adding a new individual, Mr. CacaNito, alongside of Kixon. The two of them have played together before. We got Stiko, Nork, jkaem. They're off the back of their major success, but let's get this one underway. We got to cover off Astralis on Ancient against Liquid yesterday.
Yeah, very promising in our first taste of Astralis's Ancient. You get to see an armored Julie and a smoke. Like, they couldn't have given Device any more equipment to be set for success. And he plays a forward position with Blame much more ready to rotate. So they're hoping and counting on Device's proactivity here, and he's been spotted out, unloading the magazine. 30 bullets of mayhem does nothing, and this is Apeks site. And it's jkaem's round, long-range Glock, not quite going to convert, but Blame's already gone and met Stare with the same fate. So 5 alive for Apeks, and it's a very good start in a must-win map for both these squads.
So we've been discussing this, right? And these two maps, there have been moments, there have been a couple of like clutches or rounds that have gotten down to the wire and retakes and whatnot, but a lot of it feels like the rounds have been over. Oh, and look at this hunt. Hold up, we'll stay with this. They're going to remove everything right here. CacaNito, perfect. Cutting them off at the pass, making sure that nobody can hold on to any of the goodies. Here it is, just Buzz being whittled away, and coming from behind it will be Nork. So not long for this world. That'll be Buzz gone, and a pistol round picked up now and trying to run with this momentum. Mr. Nito getting very loud.
It does add an extra element as well. Love that we have the teams facing each other here in the studio. Now, I will highlight that there is a smart glass separating them, so they'll only get the opportunity to make eye contact with their opponent between rounds.
That's where we get the device wave.
Yes,
how you
precisely.
going over there, guys? Well, right now, might be having a few little waves back.
Woo! Magic.
As we will see the full eco coming out of Astralis here. But yeah, so this matchup so far, it's felt like a lot of the rounds have been over within the early exchanges. If you win those first two fights and the other team gets nothing, then you lose the sign, and then that third kill comes in pretty easy. There's a lurk, it's all over, right? So I feel that there have been moments of excitement, but it's been bigger streaks from both of these teams, which is brought us across the battlefields of Overpass and Anubis. And now we get another one of these stacks. We had one of these stacks over on Anubis, right? They were over towards the A site as well. Everybody was just chilling. This is one way to deal with your full ecos. This is truly, well, we didn't have Ancient back in the day, but this is what you would do in 1.6 because you couldn't, unless you were buying a Deagle, right? There wasn't any other pistol. It was USP, Glock, or Deagle.
Yeah.
You didn't have anything else. So you saw a lot more of these like stacks with USPs together to try and maximize the most out of them. And Apeks might be finding themselves waltzing into another empty bomb site here.
Hi guys, CacaNito here. Going to give you a pro tip today. You're going to be focusing. Oh no, but you're going to be focusing on this little smudge here, and it's a jump throw for a nice skybox bounce and long, deep smoke.
Does it leave a gap now? Could we investigate that if we could?
It does look like it might have something to exploit, but no. If I was right up against it, I'm still probably staring at a grey screen.
We'll give it to him for now.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll wait until it gets exploited before we have too many concerns about it here. And it's faded. What a fantastic round. They haven't moved. Not even a muscle. Look at Device. Put the cam on Device, yeah. Look at him. He's having a drink. It's all good. I might have a drink as well. Thanks, Device.
And actually, we'll use this as your Hydro Homie reminder.
Hear that noise? That's my... I brought a water bottle with me.
It's a large flask. What's the capacity?
900 milliliters.
Okay, 900 mil.
Didn't quite make the leader.
No, but it's probably quite a nice ergonomic weight. They've considered it, so you're not lugging around a 2-kilo container.
It's quite nice. You get this little latch here, whacker on the top, doesn't come undone.
Very fancy.
All the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about getting one of those nice cool flasks. I was playing tennis with my mother, and she had one of these super fancy metal ones. And I'm talking 4 hours of sunshine, ice cold. And you know when they get those plastic ones and water starts tasting like the bottle?
Yep.
Really ruins the vibe.
It definitely so.
But yeah.
Yeah, and it saves you going to the whole frozen method, and then you take the frozen bottle out with you for the day.
But I was always envious of the kids that had the forethought before a hot day at school. And they'd come in and then they'd be shaking it around, and I'd be so envious of their cool water throughout the day. And that's the end of our Hydro Homie segment. Counter-Strike continues. 3 through mid. Borat, Blame, and Buzz. Alliteration. And some proliferation of bullets as jkaem gets brought down to 15 from the spam. Blame opts for a fresh mag. And we do see something quite poppy coming into B.
They have to. They've lost mid control.
Okay, charging through, very, very blind. Stare, vision restored, and now he's lost his life. One and done. Device the same. CacaNito's the one to post the double, and there could be more. Borup, he pays a heavy blood price running through that Molotov. And yeah, just peters out into nothingness. This is a promising start for the T campaign.
See that strategy right here. Guns will be ripped away. Great little hunt here from jkaem. But see that strategy right there. I'm pretty sure a lot of other teams have stolen that from Apeks. I saw Liquid running it and not as efficiently. I don't know if MC had a sight cam right there as they went in. If we could catch it on the replay, could probably talk through some of the details because it will be another lighter buy for Astralis here. But the way that they do this, hit in towards that site, they're going to smoke off cave, they molly the pillar, they throw a deep like CT backlane smoke, and then the way that the flashes are positioned is really great here. You get these flashes that are popping behind the pillar as you're scaling up to keep people at short flash, and they have some cool ones as well over towards long. So it's a nice little set piece, especially if a team wants to play heavy mid, because that means that the B ramp extremity usually will only have one player there.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so you're either going to have like heavy mid or heavy cave. So a lovely little strat there.
We saw it from Stare and Device's POV, fully blind and kept humble. By the time that they had vision, they had a whole team on their bomb site. So cool set piece. And now what?
Other ways that you can, because the Astralis have to take this light investment here, but even on a round like this, Apeks went in through some of these mid nades, so you can go close to this position where you see Kixen right now, and multiple individuals can throw these like jump HEs, which on a timing, as the CTs push out of red, you can catch them with flak damage. So essentially what you're trying to do is condition them from stop going aggressive middle. You don't want them to be jumping up Tetris box and always fighting B lane. If you can force them to have to worry about locking down the extremities, then later in the game that'll open up mid for you, right? You'll be able to take red, you'll be able to pressure donut, and that's very key components of a map like Ancient to be able to own. And I think Apeks very efficient on this map. It's a fun team to watch. I was watching what was going on in the Into the Breach game for a little bit as well, and I think they grabbed one of the Apeks mollies. They have this molly they throw top of B ramp, and they actually scale up behind it, and you can move in towards the side on the left, but it looks to a CT like the ramp is mollied off and you can't push through. So just some of these little quirks.
But clearly a map they're at home on.
Yeah, and it's a good momentum map as well, right? You can always throw in a good fast mid if your entry player gets a good spawn, right? If jkaem gets a good spawn and wants to tussle with it, you can do those all-in A's with some set smokes. But just looking for damage here at Astralis and wanting to hold on to all their goodies are Apeks as they try and exit down through the B doors. Device has been spotted and dealt with. Good stuff from Stiko as they can all back off now and look to keep all five alive. A very clean start from Apeks here on the third map of play. Now remember, there are stakes on the line here. You will not be eliminated from the play-in stage, but the winner will progress to the group stage. And as mentioned, you'd rather do this as quickly as possible.
100%.
You have to put less of your playbook as newer rosters, right? You could also argue from the angle that maybe you want more. No, actually, no, I'm not even going to try that. Nobody wants more officials when your tournament life is on the line.
No.
Especially at IEM Cologne.
Bingo. Yeah,
so I'll remove and retract that statement. But the loser of this will drop down and play the winner of Complexity OG. So, look, either of these teams would be favorites against either of those opponents, but it's not a certainty.
Far from it. Complexity looking polished in our first glimpse. And looking like they're riddled with potential. A couple of near misses for them.
They've actually been able to apply a lot of pressure here over towards B because they extinguish. You see this smoke over towards the ramp? I think they extinguished the molly. So CacaNito's actually already been able to look for a duel. So Borup and Stare are on high alert here. They've started the AWP of Device over towards A. So it's a bit of a different look early here for Astralis.
That's what he was waiting for.
Yeah.
Didn't get it, didn't convert it. jkaem spots him out. There's pressure all over the map right now. Look at them then. Red Room, A main, and Cave simultaneously knocking on these doors. And Device is the first to repel the knock-a-door dash of Nork.
But they're in B. They're entrenched in B.
Oh, that's a big find. Stare may have saved their hide there because that space now is up for debate. CacaNito, 2 on the spray. jkaem combines, and now if Buzz goes down, this is looking very sketchy for Astralis. I say that. CacaNito caught, nice from Blame, 1 on 2. Stiko, he hasn't even planted yet. They think it's A.
Well, he's got no idea. He would assume that they would start making their way in. He wants to try and make this a one-on-one. So as he pushes forward, they'll clear A, and they should be on the rotation back.
There's a smoke if he got it in time. He hasn't. He's so convinced there must be someone. Sure, they must be investigating B, but wide open for the plant.
Well, this is good. It allows him to get the bomb down where he can't be spammed or have a nuisance like that. So a bit more open here, but needs to reposition. Buzz is quick.
That's the fight. That's a lot of damage. Stiko spotted out. Brings Buzz to 20.
He's definitely going to call he's gone down ramp here. Oh, wait, Buzz is ready.
Yeah, holding for this blame, holding bait from Buzz. Now one-on-one. Stiko not ready for both. Blame, patience rewarded. And Astralis finally break their silence in round 5.
I understand why he's checking that, because Blame's still alive. And when we did the Liquid game yesterday, Blame was on the longest around the world flanks. Like, he was walking through T-spawn. The bomb was already planted. Like, he was never in a rush on those retakes. So a good round for Astralis to salvage here. This double from CacaNito, you think maybe, just maybe, that's enough to get them in, especially when jkaem chimes in. But Buzz, a good job. You can see when he responds to the site, he doesn't want Stiko to get away. He wants to make sure he has some information of where he's gotten off to. Oh, what is this? What is this? This is the most intriguing tactical timeout music I think I've ever listened to.
It makes me feel like the Autobots are about to roll out.
If this was at like 15-14...
Yeah, it would be huge. Imagine that.
Imagine that music at 15-14 about to go into the final round.
And then Optimus Prime rolls to the center of the stage.
Okay.
And says, Autobots, roll out, but in a cool voice.
Sure.
And then
the crowd goes wild.
Yeah. Walks out on the stage, says, Counter-Strike's awesome. And we all start, and then the 30 seconds is over. Yeah, everyone claps. Maybe there's a light show, maybe a firework, a safe one. I'll talk to the pyrotechnics team.
Well, we'll see what we can whip up here.
Yeah.
Might be Michael Bay. Burning. An awful lot there. Maybe his teammates had to tell him. But look at them in towards A. I was telling you about these pace changes. Stiko caught Borup at range. He's done enough here.
He's got that bomb through. Smoke Donut's great. He will want to use that AWP to kind of hold. Yeah, exactly. Drop that bomb so he can maintain that line of sight. Ooh, spots Borup. Heading towards the headshot box. And it's jkaem that delivers the aforementioned headshot. Advantage now. Blame still Donut. Stair crawling through from CT. Smokes are up. Now is the prime opportunity to get that bomb down. But jkaem, he's second guessing it. He's not so sure. Flank from Device here. Checked and eliminated. Nice work again from Nito.
Yeah, you see they're just working out who's going to watch the flank. Now they're still using more utility to try and take this site. Great flash. They're now forced into the corner.
Should be easy for them to isolate these remaining jewels. They don't have to,
well handled.
They don't have to overcook it at all.
Really well handled. This is one of the keys on Ancient. If you are going to go A and you just try and get the bomb down and you don't have territory, the CTs are going to be in Donut. They're going to have CT. They might have Temple. And then the flank is also a possibility here. And if you're so frantic and you take one of your pieces out of the round by going for the plant, then you're going to find yourself in hot water. I thought Borup had done a good job there, but I think because he didn't see too much more behind it, he thought it was just Stiko on the A lurk. Right? Just, okay, yeah, they were just trying to take some space because they know we've been heavy mid, but then they're all just standing over towards big box near main. They have a lot of space, and Apeks go for the fight as opposed to getting the bomb down. I think jkaem's kill through the smoke, I'm not sure what he saw in towards the site, but that was a very important frag to find. And Apeks lose one, but bounce back immediately here, and they put Astralis into a bit of a tailspin. 2,900 is the loss bonus into the next. Might have to be a partial investment behind blameF saved M4, and smiles on the faces here, so the mood definitely looking good over there for the Apeks boys. As jkaem will go down with the bomb, but no harm, no foul, as he has about 10k in the bank balance, so he can definitely get himself another AK.
jkaem's desk so high. Everyone's got their preference.
Oh, look at the kill distribution over there on Astralis right now. Blame with 2, Device with 2, Borup 1, Buzz 1, Stair 1. It doesn't feel that way, but it does make sense because on some of these rounds where they full eco, they're not even putting himself in a position to maybe find one cheeky kill. I mean, ooh, missed red smoke.
All of Astralis.
That's a big missed red smoke there.
Oh, yeah, okay, but it's not going to be punished. It might slow them down, you know, the idea of a potential one-way. CacaNito doesn't seem convinced there's anyone behind it. Asking for a
especially with the extra elevation, you would have thought you may have been shot, and they know that the buy is a little bit lighter on. So Not comes back exactly that, the re-smoke. B lane pressure. Blame's in cave. So unless they come to him, I don't know if we'll see too much action.
There's something. Nice work from CacaNito, and he assumes Stair was not alone. Borup, perfect. Pistol for the job, jkaem for the trade, and now A should be the target. I say that as Buzz goes down on the lane push, and they are just going to cut. Cut noise. Investigate the response. It's Blame with that rifle. Device's D goes looking. This is what Stiko's been waiting for. Be very hard pressed to beat this and clear this. And just like that, it falls into place. Apex's T side right now looks indomitable. You talked about that kill spread. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, exactly. Astralis less frags combined than either jkaem or CacaNito.
Yeah, this is problematic, to say the least, for the Danes here. They're just looking out of place in a lot of these duels. They've gone for control of areas on the map, and Apeks have punished perfectly here. And then when they simmer into these mid-rounds, Apeks are very patient. They're not rushing into anything as we go for the mid-control again.
And this is jkaem's world. We are witnessing Buzz and Kixon going toe for toe.
Trying to get out A now.
Accelerating into Borup. He's very strong, at least against Liquid. He held his own. And Stiko, first victim, comfortable for Borup to collect. Advantage for Astralis to find their second here on the defense. Borup overcooking perhaps as he gives the fight to Mr. Nito. Profitable now, across with the AWP. This is very potent if Nort can just fire off one of these shots, isolate these duels. He knows they're in the corner. Oh, and between the wickets. Stair will close, and Astralis back to their winning ways. They need more of that, though.
2 more of those consecutively here if they want to be able to break Apeks. So Kixon will need to drop it around like this, but I'm curious to see what they opt for here. So they just went for the full mid control, and there was excessive flashes to enable those CTs to push through those smokes and take those fights. It still is a bit of a 50-50 in those environments there, but I like the fact that Astralis realized they can't keep giving mid control over for free. Kixon with all of it to do. I think he did insta-window, and he's also doing donuts. So in-game leader on all that util, and jkaem will need to extinguish here. 3 smokes dedicated towards mid. And I don't know if they'll get control.
Yeah, so they've repelled the invaders nicely. Buzz confirms it with another cursory glance out of the donut smoke, and not concerned about ledge at this point either. Stair's got it smoked off, and even tagging up another. Mr. Nito walking through.
But on Anubis, they didn't need to go fast. They were just waiting out of all of Astralis' early util, and then they just grouped up and finished the round together, and most of the time found an empty bomb site. So even if they don't get the space early, it doesn't feel like it's end of the world here for Apeks on their T side. It's got depth to it.
It does, and they've still got enough utility to exec, you know, 2 smokes, 2 Molotovs, plenty of flashbangs. It's not out of the realms of possibility they can close on B if they need to. But I want to confirm and take it back a bit of middle. The flash to set up jkaem and Stiko, working towards this AWP, lingering in that second stage of cave.
B could be in hot water here. If they go down, the rotation is so far away.
And he's so committed to this angle as well. Stair not in support. Device is just backing himself, backing his aim and his capabilities.
37 seconds. The A players have to start feeling a bit funny about this. Buzz hasn't seen anything on the jiggles mid. Borup's close main here. Like, blame's on the boost. You guys, you gotta rotate.
Exec in. Device, he's going to hold his nerve, hold his angle. Stair's going to be completely smoked off. This really does hinge on the 3 walking up ramp. Look at the restraint out of Nito. Oh, and Device. He's looked away. The barrel betrays him. Patience rewarded from CacaNito, and advantage on this A plant. Excuse me, B plant. Blame still on A.
Maybe not.
Stair,
Give it a go.
Delivering. Gives them something to say. Starts the conversation. You can see that. Forces Apeks to acknowledge that there is still a round to be had here.
Smoked off now.
Yeah, what do they do? They're completely isolated. Someone has to get through. This can't just be wallbangs.
Stiko has a molly for the bomb.
It has to be perfect. Flash is first. Got to get this one right. Perfect off the flash. Nito down. Molly in. Perfectly placed. Buzz holding in the kit. Not enough. Apeks. You said it's got depth, Chad. A demonstration here in round 9.
Beautiful stuff right there. And the fact that they didn't just worm on out in that moment, think, oh no, the boo is smoked off. We have to push. We have to go cave. They just know, hey, we've got our utility. We can set this up. There was a flash, a peek, a fight.
Very cool.
Great. And CacaNito making some noise as well. He's got to replace JL, who was a massive personality on this team. Now, CacaNito, in terms of the ability, I don't think anybody was too worried. But in terms of, hey, what type of environment is this guy going to bring? Well, we don't really know an awful lot about him. We got to meet him over there in Malta when he was with ATK. Seemed like a nice enough guy. And he's got some energy too. So we were talking about Astralis having their attitude era. Apeks, they haven't skipped a beat. The major was great. And this is also looking hot to trot. So some good CS, a lot of talking from the coaches here before we get things back underway. But just to note, this was an Astralis timeout, their second so far in map number 3.
Yeah, Cuban on the right-hand side, Castle on the left. And, I mean, a lot of pedigree on the screen. But Cuban in particular, I find very interesting to talk to. He's really, I mean, he's morphing every time I speak to him into more and more of like that coaching personality.
And a responsible recycler there. Crush your bottles, they'll take up less space in your garbage bag.
There you go. Can get more in as we look to get more Counter-Strike under our belts.
It's the classic mid-hold here, so divider smoke mollies either side. Spoke a lot about that yesterday, so Buzz and blameF have some space, and jkaem's been chunked down here.
Yeah, wants to get out of there. Nade back, good on to blameF, 50 HP to work with as boost will be dismantled. Device trying to find impact with his AWP, and oh, Stare caught out, one back, need more. Okay, Device is up. Puts Stiko on the floor, kicks and dumping nades, and Device hunting frags. Oh, a lineup! Collateral! 4 from Device. He had 2 rifles and he finds 4 frags. Long range headshot from Buzz, but yeah, Castle gives him an extra special knuckle as Astralis delivered a 3rd round off the back of that.
Yeah, that is why you have Device in your team. The rounds that this guy has delivered over his career are mental. The fact that he gets the fortunate factor of that lineup as well, just the cherry on top of this one. The flash was coming in, still gets the kill and gets away, and then this lineup, perfect. Exactly what Astralis needed to get the engine started.
Beautiful. I mean, truly beautiful.
Not bad.
He's just a meme factory right now.
He is worth his weight in gold, but straight into B. CacaNito again into the AWP. The spiky barb takes him down.
Keep coming. He says, Device happy to welcome you with hot lead to the ribcage. Is now forced to watch is Mr. Nito. A-Lurk still established. Stiko will be reporting any of those steps he hears towards the donut. Right now, it's just going to be Kixon to drop that long smoke. Device actually re-aggressing. He's feeling himself now. He'll have that freedom to activate Stare. I don't know if he's going to go too much further than just establishing the crossfire, but investigations are underway.
He might push a little bit further now, especially with jkaem showing himself in middle here. Exchanges either way. blameF activates, well-timed, and now down to a 3-on-5 disadvantage at Apeks.
Kixon trying to find a gap. No Device to report. Oh, Stare steps in and delivers a quick one to Kixon. First bullet to the head.
Feels like that Device round has put a bit of fire in the belly here, though.
Oh, yeah. Because
the issue that we were noting was Astralis just not being able to find any kills. Just the sheer lack of frags in the server, and then Device has a big 4K round. Now we're getting Stare involved as well. If players are happy to look for more fights, we might see them draw this back. Not far off, is he? Trying to flick into the action of Nork there. He will take down his equal on the other side of the server.
Damage on that nade. Stiko accelerating to try and flank. It's held by blameF.
If he gets a kill here, maybe there's a chance, but there's only 13 seconds left. I think it's a save call. Oh, this one's simmered out, hasn't it? So Astralis, consecutive rounds just before. That's it's fortunate he's gone down there. But Astralis now with consecutive rounds here on the CT side. The first time they've been able to make that remark. So they have actually broken Apeks now in their finances here. 2,400 into the next, and easy as you like, right? If you're just going to be running straight up into that AWP, he'll hit those. This one gave himself a window to look through. Gets closed right in front of him, but no big issues. Still be able to pick up the round. Overpass, if we take everybody back to map number 1 of this series, right? It started with Astralis looking like they were going to run away. Thought we were going to have a quick day at the office. They were just on the T side, their map choice, owning Apeks. Apeks didn't look activated. They weren't looking like a team. And then they went on a streak of their own, 7 consecutive, flashing for each other. Flash work was amazing. It was great to see them get activated, but the game got away from them in the second half, and Astralis ended up picking that up. And, well, here we find ourselves on the 3rd and final map of Ancient. Now the question is this going to be Apeks getting off to that flyer start? Now does Astralis draw it all the way back, and we go into halftime with a 9-6, maybe an 8-7 scoreline either way?
Interestingly enough, that opening death there from CacaNito trying to catch Device off guard was his first. He's been a part of 5 opening duels and successful in 4 of them, but that's the first time he's been punished as the opening death.
Could be an A-fake here, right? So you can see a donut smoke thrown out from Kixon as well. This is definitely an A-fake, trying to buy some space on B.
Yeah, and it's going to be working. Device not biting, but say that with his knife out, he strafes through, and does spot bodies, gets the info. He knows it's all the hijinks now. Bomb to be planted, rotation through, Device delaying and maintaining that long side control. White screen, second to try and find a way back in. A 5-on-5, look how many bodies are gathered here. Smoked off for now.
They have to fight.
Does need to fight, and that's the fight Stiko was looking for. Confirms blameF detached from the pack, but a lot of bodies here on Nito. 1 and done. Stare trades. 2 still here on the long side. They are connecting their rifle shots. Device will hit a couple more, but he wants to preserve the AWP, and okay, that was his chance. If they wanted to get 1 more on the way out, he'll leave maintain that AWP, and blame last seen mid, so it works out, and they get even louder here. Apeks, they've won out the T-half on this third map for the opportunity of progression.
That right there is insane. It couldn't have worked out any better. You can sell an AFA like that with nobody needing to get a kill or dying. It was you two. And they drew everybody. Device was moving away, as you highlighted right there. He caught just a whiff of them as he was making his way over towards CT spawn. Sure, they had the idea the fight was coming through, but that's all Apeks wanted to open up. That wasn't a full buy, right? That was a round that had a lot of emissions in it, and they're still able to pick that one up. So a massive one to get themselves the half victory here. And yeah, just again, fakes don't normally work out that perfectly.
Limited resources as well. The fact it translates so nicely, it's going to give them a bit of advantage into the next one.
They just called me clear.
Blame. Here's them. Turns tail. Gets away in time. Pressure from main too. Stiko. And Nito. On the way. That's the angle. That's the spray. Big from Buzz. Blame burnt out. Forced out. Towards main.
Stairs got a few here.
Oh, he's very quick on this.
And very loud.
Sticking already. Oh, no. Still handles it. Adjusts nicely into CacaNito. Has to turn tail now. Find a safe haven. Long range shot. Stiko unwilling to commit. And it's another from Stair.
Handled.
Completely stabs them in the back. Device should be caught out here. Sticking out like a sore thumb. Ooh, Kixon trying to finish the job. Leads to his demise with the no-scope.
Yeah, I don't think you can quite believe that one.
That's a tough one. That's a tough.
Where'd all my bullets go?
Yeah.
Oh, Nork, 1-on-4. He does have the bomb. He does have time. And, well, doesn't have his life anymore. Blame will peer out at the perfect moment. Take him out and get Astralis up to 5. So they can still manage the 8-7 half here, but Astralis cannot go into this break with the lion's share of rounds.
Just take a look at that round recap for me, Chad, because doesn't that just look like a tenacious CT side? The fact that they've managed to recover this half, the way in which these rounds have been scattered and distributed. You know, the most we've seen consecutive here from Astralis, 2. And yet
it's been hard work.
Looking set for a 6th here. Looking set for 6. Never mind the conversation for 7. They could really recover this half despite the loud and the impressive conversions we've seen from Apeks T's side. Nice from Borup to delay. Already Kixon cut down, and the rest is just going to fall into 2 Deagles trying to shoot some heads.
Yeah, it looked like they wanted to accelerate. As soon as Borup drops a molly, there's no smoke to extinguish. You can't go through that. What's the point? As you may as well look for some damage here.
No, it's Nork's turn to have a drink.
I guess that shows everybody what these moments are like, because when we sit here and we talk about it, it's like, well, guys, they've only got a couple of Deagles and some pistols here, so we don't expect a lot to happen. I think the players sitting there having drinks in the middle of the round backs that up better than we ever could.
For sure.
So, sure, it is a highly unlikely scenario to see them scoop up a round like this. But it's already been a very good half. I think 8 rounds on the T side of Ancient here. Good haul from Apeks.
Pot shot from Stiko's Deag. Won't get many more of those opportunities. I say that as Buzz does happily put his head in the vice and confirm Stiko's advancing. Actually, Nito takes down Device. That's a nice Deagle shot towards the long side. Stair should have this one if Buzz doesn't beat them to the punch. And jkaem's clock even actually finding a little connection there, but 1 headshot's all he gets. And Astralis, they are closing the gap considerably.
Oh, I've learned something here today, Alex.
What's that? Is that to do with the Max 7's origin?
No, it's the timeout music that we liked. That is the map 3 timeout music.
Oh, it's specific.
So that makes sense because we are in, well, maybe it should be map 3 second half timeout music. Maybe they'll use them all in the first half. I take it back. We might not hear it at all then. We definitely want to hear this. But round 15, we're about to head into the break here. Apeks have something to celebrate, or will Astralis consider this job done as far as the salvage is concerned?
Treat them all selves to the pistol of their choosing as well. They can to end on a bang, and it's blame. Bang out. Buzz back. Gap on the smoke. Mid held. Lots of smokes invested into that. It's a passive hold in mid for, on A for now. Borup is scarpering as fast as he can to receive them. Oh, eats that flashbang off a big box. Stiko's in. His flight path avoiding Temple completely. Kixon aware that that is his responsibility, but Device, ooh, he lets that one go. Stiko confirms all presence close. They don't have the bomb, but they've got ground. Nice catch onto Buzz, but with Borup clearing out Stiko's A-hold, it does feel like it's all onto this one. Stare. And CacaNito, hiding out on the pillar, waits for his vision to restore, rotation through, already, and CacaNito is too. What a find! Oh, what a round out of CacaNito! 2 impactful frags for the 9th. It is up to Borup to come up clutch. Gets away with the first of this 1v3, advancing. He's got time to play with, got a kit as well. Fresh magazine required, 20 bullets, 2 players. Kicks and tucks in. Nork to take that first contact. Or is he? Yeah, kicks it, safes out the double peak, and it's not far off, but a 9-6 half, okay. Apeks, 7 rounds away from the group stage.
Stages do not get bigger than this.
Yes, a big stage and a big performance from CacaNito on a must-win map for the boys of Apeks, at least to do it the easy way as they look to battle off into the IEM Cologne 2023 group stage. CacaNito 17 and the rest of his team practically that combined. You can see Stiko, Kixon and North 17 between the 3 of them. And now we find ourselves into our final half of play. A third map, final half, Astralis 6, Apeks 9, and dare I say it, an important pistol.
Yeah, well, we've finally made it here to the final half where the stakes get as high as they possibly can be. Looks like we might have a biff in middle here. 3 aggressive, want to take that fight and spot it now.
Oh, what is that from Norg? He should be taken down. He is off the back of that flashbang, but there's a little bit of a bait and switch. Not clear in their corners. Bomb is lost, and Borup's a red-faced warrior. After losing that one, you feel a bit silly. The Molly! Oh, the temptation punished. And what a way to start off proceedings. Apeks 6 away from the group stage.
CacaNito does his absolute best work on the pistol rounds, doesn't he? Another multi-kill on a pistol round and catches Device with Molly in the hand, thinking he has the scissor to the paper, but turns out CacaNito is a rock in these pistols. Beautiful stuff for him here. That's the easy one, and this is the cheeky one. Device. A moment longer and CacaNito would have had hot toes. They're getting fired up about this one now.
Like, you can't even fault Device, the hamster in the wheel. You know, you're looking at the corner for a second, you go, wait, Molly? Oh, yeah, dead. Round over. And P250s and Deagles is about all they get to talk about here. And as well as the nade damage they just suffered. That was a very deep HE.
But we're learning quite quickly in terms of Astralis. Like, if they don't get a plant, we probably don't see the force buy. On the CT side, unless it was a close round and they got a bunch of kills, maybe save some armor, we probably don't see the force buy, right? So they love the full ecos. And there's a few teams who enjoy doing that. Big are another one. They like to take things conservative, but I think it's about a balance. It's very circumstantial. It depends on the map. Maybe it depends on who can you drop an AK. You know, what can we get done here? A plant on a T side pistol round makes a huge difference to the follow-up. And then that flow and effect is to do with the conversions. Yeah. It runs deep, right? In this scenario, we're going to see quite a boring round now. Or it should be, right? If you're an Apeks fan, it should be a boring. And then the AKs come out in the next, and we get the biff and the brawl underway here. But it is a stalemate over towards A for now. Who gets more kills, Stiko or Norg? Have your say. Use the hashtag IEM.
Norg.
I reckon it's Stiko.
I think Stiko takes first contact. He doesn't.
Oh, they've seen him now. Yep. He's in trouble.
Norg gets at least 2. Stiko combines and falling apart for the
Come on, Stiko! Oh, there he is! That's my boy, the tractor!
God damn.
Well, he did get spotted there. So
he did.
He was very lucky.
He made that work nicely.
Yeah, very well done. Okay.
I actually really liked the corner he went into in case they disrespected that smoke as well, because you know 4 people are going to go straight past you. Cheeky.
Okay, well, he's going to hold on to the MP9 as well, isn't he here? So Apeks with a bonus round. We're walking to round 18 here. Under-equipped in the weapon department, but more than happy to take this fight. It's aggressive through mid. 4 players vying for mid control. They really want this territory.
I love it. Sure, you'll get the smoke down. It looks like the one-way as well. It's a very... It is a bit suspicious. And Stiko...
They faked them out. They faked them out with their own strategy, made it look the same, right? Because they went 4 mid. If you take a look at the radar here, you can see the 2 smokes dotted over towards B.
They thought they were getting hit by the Apeks.
Exactly, right? And it was the same type of B pounce strategy. So they knew that they'd given away the fact there were so many players mid with all of that.
Makes sense.
And Astralis didn't bite. They didn't do anything. The only thing they saw on the map was the execute towards that B side.
Oh, and that's a big frag from Stair. Takes down the high flyer in CacaNito. They are going to be in the right position to try and claw this back. And yes, some significant damage from that FAMAS. Finished off by CacaNito, but unable to build a round out of it as I...
Wow. Yeah, that really could have gone either way in moments there, right? If that kill down the ramp was cleaner, then you maybe get a kill over towards Cave. That could have really fallen against Astralis there. They're fortunate, the FAMAS and the AIM, not getting the job done there. They will get on the board as far as this T half is concerned. And with Anubis, there's a bit of a problem in the second half. They weren't able to get any rounds on the board in their CT side. It was a masterclass out of Apeks.
Oh, yeah.
I think they managed 1 on their CT haul. Either way, it was negligible because Apeks took control of their own map pick. Now, I mentioned this was a bonus round. Jacob will still have to try and hold on to something here. 1400 into the next, he might get caught in the weeds, playing the Predator. Spot will go down to Buzz. They lose absolutely everything. And now there is a conversation to be had. Nork has 5k, Stiko has 5.1, and the other 3 all about that 3.5 mark. So this was Stiko just running to his demise here. The freest kill blame's going to get. And you hear that music. It is going to call for Apex's second tactical timeout here.
And there is a bit of a correlation. Eye test or not, you know, I haven't got the numbers in front of me, but we have seen over this this series that when Cuban calls those timeouts, this is one of them, you do tend to see an upward trend off the back of an Apeks timeout. He's on the mic now using every second of that 30.
Well, this is the question that they're probably asking themselves here. Do we want to buy 2 rifles on Nork and Stiko and then have the other 3 invest into maybe SMG or FAMASs? Or do we just want to have a partial investment now? Nork and Stiko can invest a little bit more. Ah, okay. Well, I'll break it to you. Yeah, and remember that round where Nork had the AWP on Anubis on the A site? He gets 3 big kills. jkaem went aggressive B long, gets a kill with an M4, and it's a big round to win. So they're putting faith here in the likes of Stiko and Nork to have their big guns do the job.
Flash timing going to be perfect for Borup to take a lot of space early, and with no friction towards the donut position, it's going to be action
Hyper
elsewhere.
aggressive.
Check this one out. Blame can't believe his luck. A back turn and a body drop. Kickson's gone. Trade. Oh, bounding through was CacaNito. Profits with the MP9, and jkaem does inflict some damage. Maybe Nito can finish it off. Oh, from the top rope. RKO out of nowhere. As Stairs gone too. Borup already in donut. Bomb. Buzz disconnected and of course concerned. CacaNito was up lane and bounding around killing his teammates, so you can see why they're going to slow this one down.
Apeks was very good at the pauses on their T side. They did a very good job of waiting for the pushes to come or finding that next fight. And there was the 2 bigger investments here, Nork and Stiko, who haven't been involved in any action. With that light of bind, they decided, hey, we want this full B lane control, and now as they clear out mid, they see that nobody's home. Borup, the aforementioned, is in a powerful position here, but very difficult for Apeks to sniff out and clear. Is Nork ready for this?
I think the real question is going to be whether or not Device and Buzz are ready for this.
Oh, this is huge problems now. Borup might have to flank B. They have to finish B here, it feels like.
There's no way Nork's going to be anticipating this level of flank, but where does the first contact come from?
Oh, one spot of ramp. Here comes Borup. Dead to right.
Nork. Dead man. Oh, he actually gets the info. Doesn't get the shot. Borup, quick to it. Saves Astralis.
This is a quick CacaNito flank, though. They won't expect him here already. He's got the shift key down.
They can't stop the plant, but the flank could do us a whole lot more. I say that. Bomb down, but the frags come through. CacaNito 2. And Borup in the clutch. It would be the ace. And CacaNito takes it. All 5. As he comes alive for Apeks in the third.
This is a Superman that this team didn't know they were getting, replacing JL. They know what he's got, and he is delivering here today with the highest of stakes. We're talking about get yourself over to that group stage, and CacaNito, he wants to be there.
New addition, you wouldn't know it. He looks so comfortable. And this is how it started. I mean, we were tuned in. He made so much out of so little.
Precise mid-air there as well. And this is the thing on this flank. Finds the perfect timing. They're not expecting this. They just saw Nork with the AWP. They know there's one player cave. Wait, someone's behind us. And look at him getting fired up. He's going Super Saiyan right there.
And off the back of a timeout. Just, I don't think Cuban said go ace.
You might be the biggest Cuban fan in the world right now.
I'm simping hard, bro. I'm simping hard. It's Device onto jkaem. No response. He slipped through. This is interesting. This is an unacknowledged gap. And I reckon Device might be one of those kind of players that, despite the man advantage, he's going to be calling around this. I've got so much space.
See this little boost here at the back of B. So it's quite brittle. We're showing the top player. If we could show the bottom player
is he holding
right now,
red from that?
Show Kicks. There we go. So you can see Kicks in here is just spotting for info. So this is extremely risky. And they're hoping it's a shot that's not just going to be belted immediately on contact here. So it's a bit of a brittle setup, and now Stiko's under pressure.
Yeah, Smoke's going to delay nicely, unless you try and... Oh, yeah, wasn't expecting that. Handles it with class. He takes down Blame, Stare to trade. Device, oh, he's got him on dead to rights. This is what we were talking about. With that smoke grenade and that position from Device, even the flashbang, if it didn't push it, it's round 1. Nice catch from Astralis and converting what they started. Stare and Device. 2 frags is all you need.
Yeah, it started with Device getting that opening kill top mid, right? So all good in the hood here. Now, it will be the second round for Astralis on this T campaign. We can see Apeks already setting up for this save over towards B. I think both teams would be happy with the state of affairs right now. So just everybody hold on to their goods. No need for an overzealous hunt. The finances again come into the conversation. So even though Apeks win that round in the previous with CacaNito going ham, they're not able to replicate, and they're still in a bit of squalor right now. CacaNito will be able to drop something. He'll have about 3k, right? So he should be able to drop another Silent Stem 4. Nork could drop an MP9, so they can have a pretty strong round here. blameF needs a gun, so that can be dropped across as well. Buzz has plenty of cash, so no dramas there. Actually going to bring out a Mac 10 in the hands of Stare here. And Astralis, are they just going to continue with that mid onslaught? It worked in the previous, trying to get out.
Spawn dependent, I'd argue.
This is where the in-game leader game comes in. Do we expect them to go for it again, or do we expect them to change it up? And it's the change up, and they've got 3 towards B.
This could be good. jkaem's in the prime position. Great headshot, double headshot before Borup can find a response. And already Borup builds upon it, finds that a second head onto CacaNito, charges into CacaNito, delivers the AK-47, and now Steeko's there on the rotate. Molly will force him forward.
If they can get the bomb, they can get out.
If the device is looking for it, it's right in front of CacaNito. Oh, audio heard on the retreat, so he knows one's gone long. Device picks up the bomb. Does he want to stick around? It seems he does, despite blameF not quite committing. Device is fully committed here.
Blame still has a smoke. Redeploy short, Molly long. Bomb can go down now. Or should.
Doesn't. Fight, spray, only the one. And an awkward clutch now for Blame. His opponents not only twice in force, but also with the bomb under their control.
Feels like he's due a clutch.
It does. Blame known to close. This is where he can kind of play it at his own pace and at his own discretion. Oh, just slips past Nork's clear. Steeko will have to be prepared for this. And Blame does find Steeko, but it costs him the majority of his health. A single bullet from the USP. And you can see a little bit of a wave of relief wash over Cuban as 13 is now on the board, and they needed that one financially.
But they did it again where there was a couple of omissions, right? That Famis was huge out the gate early there. It looked like Cuban went to take a timeout. And then called, he leant forward and then leant back. I only caught it out the side of my eye right there.
He heard the call, he was like, actually, you know what?
That was a good call.
You're cool,
yeah.
You're cool.
But speaking of calling, as I was saying... Oh, was that from during the round? Okay, all right. But one of the interesting things about this was when we're seeing this B rush come in, we're talking about the change of tone, and now they've gone heavy mid again, so Blame out once more. This is where they found success before, but it's only with Blame.
Yeah, CacaNito is spamming. He's only got 11 bullets now. Blame could charge at him. Full mag in the Mac. Reload had, and things will calm. Good control for Astralis.
It's still touch and go for both teams. Yeah. SMGs on both sides of the server. Famis' Galil's.
It's really very much up for debate still. And uncertainty certainly present in the CT side. You can see no apparent idea as to the final commitment. Now, I do think the Nork angle is going to be tested here. And Borup, oh wow, he wards off the AWP. A missed shot from Nork.
This is unusual, right? He's in a position where he can't really move. So Nork's footsteps were heard, which would be okay, we take that one.
That is a problem for the defense on B. CacaNito may have to do a whole lot here. He's got CacaNito in tow. Smokes are falling in. He falls to back to find a new angle. And actually, Steeko is rewarded for his patience there on the red room hold.
I think Nork's footsteps help bait in that scenario there.
Extra layer. Steeko caught out. Device, a very nice shot on the jump up.
He's had a couple of those, hasn't he, Steeko, where he's tried to play ahead. CacaNito will be able to get himself an AK-47 here, and Nork's gone down. So this is a 2-on-3.
Oh, yeah. He's cancelled the plant. Device looks for the fight, and now with 20 seconds left, CacaNito will be rotating through. CacaNito will play for the 2v2. Blame still considering the potential for that donut flank, so it is essentially just Device here, and he's been spotted out, brought low, trying to find the perfect safe space. And walking through is CacaNito. Blame, what have you got for us? Half HP, spots out one, they know where you are. And tags off with a warning shot. This is not going to be easy to stop the defuse. I say that. CacaNito caught pre-smoke. And CacaNito heard charging right into him. Just like that, Blame comes up clutch and gives Astralis what they needed. He wards off that 14 It would have been quite the condemnation, but instead he closes the gap and breaks the money.
Oh, we were talking about being due one. Didn't get in the last round, got it this time round. So a massive round from blameF. Exactly what he needed to do here, coming up clutch. And yeah, this is it. So Stiko, he's trying to play with the info. It just tells me that Apeks don't really have a good grasp of exactly what Astralis are doing, because in a couple of these rounds, he's just been pushing quite aggressively. And that, I don't think that's at any fault of his own. Stiko doesn't strike me as the type of guy who would just run in without someone making a call of some variety, right? So there's certain information that has propelled him to make those pushes. And again, going down here. So this one is going to draw ever closer. Another timeout called. So this is the third from Apeks here. Alex, this is where your rule might get a little bit broken, but I think this is a good reason to be, because Apeks should be taking an eco here. Or are they going to force? Let's see. Maybe. Look, this team,
Yeah, jkaem's on the double eco, but I don't... Oh.
There it is. The investments are slowly coming through. Okay, so they're going to go all in. Like, I thought that they were just going to go for the partial here and see, because they've gone for these rounds where they've had like a couple of rifles and a couple of SMGs. I thought that's what they were going to try and put together in the next year.
But this is very light on.
Extremely. But it's normal double eco territory, like you just said. So you're picking your poison again.
You might catch Astralis off guard in the sense that in your mind you're expecting to be up against, you know, an Astralis, the eco stack somewhere, and instead you're up against an uneven spread. The smoke will start to perhaps change your visualization of your opponent's position.
I guess one of the biggest keys here is not getting tags with the scout, but he's not really in a position to do so. So what this setup here is telling me right now is CacaNito has basically been sold. If they come towards B and he dies, they will save the rest of the guns over towards A and we'll do the double dip and we'll go again next round. We get the efficiency out of the investment the best we can. We make the most of it over these 2 rounds, and then once that's all done, we can bring out the guns again. So you can understand a little bit more maybe why they've opted for this investment. Obviously, with the loss bonus where it's at, it makes the most sense.
He's doing a great job of puffing up his chest. He's smoked off the cave. He's kept ramp honest as well.
If he had another smoke, that would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Instead, blameF starts his search. Oh, spotted out. He knows there's one back and the smoke will obscure his view. CacaNito given the warning shot, but Kixon chose not to reveal himself. That might set him up for success. Yeah, blameF was caught off. Took him a while to adjust, but gets the body shots through. And now, yeah, as we discussed, it's going to be that kind of double dip, as it were. I don't know if CacaNito's getting out with his armor.
No, he's all over Red Rover, I think. If he gets out of this one, blameF, you got a guaranteed kill here, mate. Where are you going? Three, two, one. There it is. Okay, that was a certainty, but they're going to lose everything here, right? We're talking about holding on to these goodies. That's not going to be the case whatsoever. Nork, the last man standing.
Well handled by Astralis. It's going to be a 3-round game now. And the tag through. They know where you are. And they're not particularly upset if you were to take that scout through, but they will deny it all the same. All 5 alive. A good victory for Astralis, and now we get that economical to close that gap even further.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so it will be a 2-round game after this, unless something crazy comes out of the can, but everybody quite truly has 1900. jkaem's been cheating a little bit. He's stolen an extra 50, but everybody feeling the heat right now on the Apeks side, and things are going to tighten up. Burrup aware of that. He's got himself a MAC-10 in hand, and even with blameF towards middle, this is about to be biff and a brawl. The nade's done a lot of damage. blameF stepping out, and there's Burrup. Well, actually, it's mainly blameF. He gets 4 out of the 5, so sweeps that one away. All 5 starting mid from Apeks, and a quick eco round.
Yeah, Borup's just sitting there like, I did have a MAC-10, mate. I did have one. I was there as well.
Would have been nice if I could have gone out first.
Yeah. Could have had some more pennies.
Mate, I've only got 13 kills. I'm trying to catch up with you. Give me a couple more.
Back into the guns for round 25 of our third.
And this is it, right? So this is, they've got mainly FAMASs. Well, they have 2 FAMASs. They have 2 silenced M4s. They have 1 M4A4 later on in the util. Like, this is going to be really hard for Apeks.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do on this active defense. We know Apeks have been having very good, aggressive mid-round CT moves, and it looks like we're seeing one take shape here from ledge position. A nade. Chipping away.
Flash.
CacaNito off the flash, does fire off a warning shot. They're on notice now. You do have smokes if they want to cancel plan. blameF smoked off on elbow still. So stubborn. Stare one through the boards.
I think that was courtesy of Nork. Oh, look at this!
Wow! Just progresses off the phone. Smoke.
He heard the dink. He wants this kill on Stare.
You still can't find it. Borup trying to find him as well. Charging up. Stare eats his own flash, and that will repel.
Look at the stubbornness.
He refuses to give up. 25 frags and counting. CacaNito is a force to be reckoned with.
Out of ammo. That was all the bullets.
He's done it all. The whole Astralis squad taken down by that M4A1S, and Buzz and Blame wondering where his teammates have gone.
This is a massive performance from him. The next closest on his team has 14 kills.
He's super comfortable. I mean, this is where as well, you know, you got to give credit to the Apeks organization for finding the name to replace JL. A name we couldn't shut up about in Paris.
This is looking great for Apeks here, and they're going to get
gift.
this cleanly. Like, if you can get Steeko and Kixon over to upgrade, and speaking of upgrades, Steeko's just picked up an AK. If you can get Kixon in a similar position to find something else. Wait, Steeko? You had an AK a second ago, didn't you, mate? What did you give it? You gave it to Jacob.
He's got another one.
Okay. Well, there should be one more upgrade available here. As Blame, after time would be the worst. Steeko will get him just before, and CacaNito again. You hear a scream come out of his mouth. 14 to 11 now. Plenty of money for the Astralis buy, but it does feel like Apeks are going to tie this. Well, no, they're going to put a bow on it.
Yeah, right.
Not tied up. We're already tied up. They're going to take this series home.
Yeah. Especially with 3 AK-47s for that lovely one-shot headshot potential into this last few defensive rounds. We get Device on the T side orb. Going to be interesting to see if he can open up the account towards B. They might try and boost him up. Let's see if they account for that in their defensive positioning.
Just been so many different looks from Apeks. They've made a whole lot work when they've had these cobbled together rounds. There's good understandings of how they want to approach these situations, good timings, and good individuals.
I mean, Jacob was in mid. Blame boosted over to actually profit and find an opening kill for Astralis. CacaNito's seen enough.
They still want to fight here. Kixon still has full mid control. CacaNito is blocked over towards lane here as well. I feel like they need to harass, and that's exactly what they're trying to do, because look at Astralis. They've proven they're in no rush in this round. We're at a minute 15. Everybody has almost their entire belts of utility. So they were just hoping for this default spread. They punished the play up towards ledge, and now they can work out their close. Because you have so many nades left, they can operate like this. A donut smoke, a CT smoke. Get to apply a bit of A pressure here and hopefully force a full rotation, and it seems to be working.
Oh yeah, a hook in the cheek of these boys. I say that, I think Kixon got a little bit of info. And it's put Nork right back in time. Borup on the clear, not ready for the fight. Nork good on the first. Steeko to contribute. CacaNito's coming.
Not this again.
Yeah,
he's got the same flank.
Perfect. And Buzz is so busy, now dead. This one's going to get very difficult for Astralis. Now they know where CacaNito is. Device will be responsible. He's just there to delay and distract. The smoke cave will allow Device to focus his attention a bit more heavily towards this ramp position. And good on the first. The shadow advantage enables a quick pull of the trigger. 2 on 2, and Device is dead. All onto Stare. 1v2! Whoa, okay, never mind. It's Steeko versus the world. He gets 4, and they leave with 15.
I'm really happy with this one. Just one more round for Apeks to lock themselves in for that group stage. Astralis off the back of Copenhagen. A lot of faith behind them. The way they looked, again, dispatching of Liquid with somewhat ease, but now against the wall. Astralis, the organization, never lifted the trophy here in Cologne. Now, this isn't the end of their campaign in the play-ins, but I'm sure the new look, the new team, the new attitude, the new ambitions, they would love to have gotten through this one as quickly and as easily as possible. Today, they have been pushed, and Apeks is showing why the major for them was no fluke. New player, still no problems in the first stage here of Cologne. Just one more round necessary. And they have everything they need and more to get this one done. A huge performance yet again from CacaNito. It is going to be the talk of the town for this one here today. 27 kills. A massive haul. Ace in the bag. Rounds where economy was low. Having to do it with MP9. Getting his own upgrades.
Yeah, a real gangster performance out of him. Can they end clean? Astralis, it's got to be perfect, and that's a fantastic start. Look at this from Borup, though. He gets a face full of adversity. Jacob pushing aggressive with Steeko towards this A main position. 2 to contend with. It's way too much from Jacob. Stairs already got you locked. Kingston's dead as well, and this is what Astralis were looking for off the back of the timeout. Castle is going to be very happy to see the A site already flying the Astralis flag.
Does he give it a go here? It's a 1-on-4. He's already very, very close. Device, maybe be trained, but will he be ready for this? Actually, he's going to walk straight back into it, and Astralis will steal this one away, putting Apeks again in economic turmoil. So this is another point in the game where their finances are the key issue. And, well, that's out one more time. Cuban will burn his final timeout here to get this done. This call was a good call. Too aggressive main. They just didn't hit their shot. You saw jkaem there. The bullets weren't landing. It felt like it was a good setup to deal with exactly what was coming their way. A fast mid. They had one go red. They had Nork donut. They had two pushing A main, and they still couldn't win the round. And you are allowed to call like this now because you have CacaNito playing B, who's done such a good job. You know, you've conditioned them throughout to be scared of this guy. You go towards A, kicks and makes the right call. They don't make the close, and they shove all in again. I love the balls on this Apeks team.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw the numbers, I wasn't anticipating to see MP9s, Deagles, and an AWP. I think, yeah, facilitated by that extra cash.
Stiko, very generous here. So Nork last round got nothing done. We saw what happened in middle, just dead immediately.
Faith in your AWP is integral to a good team dynamic. And this is, I mean, this is evidence of it. Stiko said to Nork, I trust you. Close this game for me right here, right now. Blame and Borup starting a little bit of a mid-campaign. What's jkaem supposed to do with the Deagle?
jkaem's going to flash lane. They're going to push lane.
Oh, this could be good, yeah, jkaem. If he gets the timing right. And the flash positioning has to be good because Blame's already crawling deep forward. He's going to be ahead of that flashbang.
He needs to hurry up with this.
Yeah, it's doing nothing for him now. Blame and Borup safe.
Okay, so had to chop and change on the fade of the smoke there. You saw the idea. jkaem just ready to facilitate a push either way. But look at the space Blame has right now. jkaem tucked in. He will be committed to this position now.
He has to be, yeah. He's responsible for that potential flank. No one wants to be exposed and spanked from the bottom by Blame.
Getting a boost here.
Vice is pre-aiming this. Oh, Nork has to manage his angles very well. Do not forget how invested they are into this round of Counter-Strike. Smokes will fly through. There are bodies here to receive them. CacaNito calls not much ramp. Great catch. Nork in the feed first. He needs more. CacaNito on the floor. Nork misses the next shot towards the cave position. Oh, Deagle missing. jkaem finishes onto Blame. Now the bomb's down B. Sneak around the world. This could still have legs. No kit present. Do they just want to try and upgrade that MP9, or do they really want to end it here? A 10-second defuse, I think that's enough.
Yeah, there's your answer, right?
Risk too much.
There's so much posturing in these situations here, but it is the better decision. And they might even get another AWP out of this. Another body hits the deck. Do they want to try double AWP here? jkaem would love to hold on to the AK. They're still trying to push the issue. They need to get out of that bomb radius. How many more is jkaem going to take with him here?
Another, you know, yeah. Stiko takes Borup. They take it all away, bar Buzz. Device is up, gone. All of Astralis forced to the rebuy, but again, they survive. Two rounds.
You can hear them putting their buy together here. Who has what? What's going to have the higher end of defense here, because an AWP and an AK still can be quite scary. The 5-7 has been dropped across to jkaem. There's a HE for jkaem as well here. Interested to see how jkaem and Stiko are going to work with this nade combo and the AK pushing main. But out mid yet again has been a key to this Astralis success.
They're trying it again.
Oh, he's picking behind. Yes, behind the smoke.
Behind the HE, that's cool. And that's the end of one and done. Blame clears cave. Oh, Nork's going to be punching air. A nasty way to go down. Power position for an AWPer, and yeah, what's he supposed to do? A dink's the best he could manage. And into the site for a 14th. Okay, it really hinges on the final round of regulation.
Overtime or bust,
yeah.
Astralis. So we've come the distance here. Apeks managing their finances to the point with the 2400 into the last round of play where everybody will be able to get a buy going. Stiko can hold on to this AK. It is going to be a luxury. Maybe afford them an extra few nades. So there's the little details here. But Astralis haven't given up the fight. Now, they've definitely lost their voice. When we started today in that first 7-round spree, they were very loud. This is the Astralis that we noted from Copenhagen, really making an awful lot of noise. But things have cooled off a bit, and they've been the ones who have been stomaching the losses in back-to-back maps here. Anubis ended quite poorly for Astralis. And here, well, they've been having to battle back up this hill to make it a competitive affair. Now we find ourselves at 15-14. And still happy as blameF. You can see it.
It's like a jovial tone.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like he's too stressed out right now. All right, well, something there. Got no Danish in me, so no idea what's been said. But here we go. There is a kit for kicks, and the guns are out. Everybody with a rifle. No Nork AWP.
Chip damage is heavy. Wow.
Huge damage.
Those HEs connect, and so do the bullets. Blame lays Stiko to rest.
He definitely mentioned nades throughout that little call he made in spawn, and that worked perfectly. Exactly what he intended. He knew that they were getting away with this mid-control, and they had to address it here. They play right into blame's hands. A great call to start the round, but they have to finish this to take it to overtime.
Every decision could be your last for Astralis. You've got the advantage, but you cannot afford to squander it. A misstep could cost you the game.
You have so many advantages. HP, man, utility, weaponry. This should be overtime.
But Apeks have CacaNito. Held at bay, and not in a rush here, Astralis. It could get uncomfortable around a clock. 45 as Kixen confirms they're out. Lame! He's doing it on his own! Straight through the boards into the head. And CacaNito, we mentioned his name, spotted out and executes one. jkaem, the only frag to celebrate, as it looks like Astralis are forcing overtime. Only Nork up against 4.
Oh, heard him. They know he's here.
And he falls, surely. One more bullet will do it. It's Blame to close it. Impressive work from the in-game leader. All tied, and we wipe the slate clean.
Okay, well, this is where you get to separate the men from the boys in a big way here, because the pressure has just been turned up another notch. I can't believe that.
That's nuts.
Can you, like, in this last round, right? He called the nade mid, he got the spam kill through, and he got that onto Kixen. Like, yeah. You're going to be distraught about that one. How the hell does that happen? Well, it doesn't matter. 12.5K. MR3 overtime. 1st to 19 here. At mid again. Port of call for Blame and Borup. Just continuing to apply this pressure. It has been a key component of their team map control. jkaem, Kixen. They will call it clear.
Test. Oh, and a miss. Okay, well, I mean, it might change their plan regardless, but the frag was set on a silver platter for Nork, and if he does, ooh, brave. That long fight, I was going to say that the device from AWP would have been posted. He actually opted to fall off.
Slight bit of peppering there on the spam through. It's just tickled away here, but nothing really to notice. CacaNito under pressure.
Great positioning from the bullets of Stare.
Oh, the nade is beautiful.
Okay, he's alive, but
how is he alive?
Barely.
How? Did the jump actually save him there?
Yeah, I think he might have pulled a full Neo. Force field around his toes, but he's so low, and it looks like Astralis are going to be able to count on CacaNito. Never mind. Okay. Peeks into device with that AWP, perfectly finding the angle necessary. They don't have to rush this, but Kixen. Oh my god, the forward position couldn't track Borup, flying off the top rope, and now they're pivoting. Only Temple, the only avenue for Stiko.
They're going back. They're going back to jkaem.
Convincing it. jkaem's not ready for this at all. They are just playing with them. And now, with backs turned and low HP, CacaNito an easy knock-up for Borup. Into the side of the head. This is beautiful from Astralis. You can tell their comms are pinpoint perfect.
Yeah, but there were a couple of moments there, like the drop down off of ledge in towards mid. You feel Kixen gets a kill there. The run back up with the jump up and the fight in towards jkaem. You feel he gets a kill there, right? And this is it. Them just constantly moving. Apeks aren't ready for it. They've lost track of them in the round, so just keep getting slapped in the face all across the map. And Astralis will draw first blood here in OT number 1 as Stiko. Sure, he'll grab a kill, but this round is done and dusted.
Super interesting. I was looking at the head-to-head, and they played a best-of-3 2 months ago. Of course, different rosters. Let's not forget, this is Altex Glaive Astralis.
The Brazzy party.
The Brazzy party. But what I wanted to raise is that, you know, that was Apeks with JL. That was Astralis with Altex and Glaive. And it goes overtime, 3 maps, Ancient. And you see it here. Both of these teams making significant changes. CacaNito in, JL out. And for Astralis, of course, we have the opportunity to see both Buzz and Borup rocking it as with Stare. So huge changes to their roster. And yet, look, we find ourselves nitty-gritty, intense Counter-Strike, impressive individual performances. Both of these teams have managed to maintain their flair and their pizzazz, and it's just as competitive. 25 for Blame now. 28 for CacaNito. But the first round of OT does go Astralis' way.
This is a bit of a patience. Your Astralis applying a lot of pressure towards A. Device, hyper-aggressive, take this big box line, and they continue to follow through with extra util. Definitely kicking up a fuss here amidst the gap they've been trying to create with this A pressure. Blame and Borup to walk through and thread that needle now.
Whoa, that leaves a mark. jkaem swats away Buzz.
Donut Smoke is great here because Nork can't see red. Someone will have to go... Oh no, there's a gap. Nork has a gap to work with here. I'm not sure how huge it is, but he definitely can see something. That's actually huge that he has a gap.
Yeah, they're going to be operating under false info.
Yeah, like he can't see the whole thing, but maybe you're willing to take that risk.
Oh, hello. Free frag. Kixon caught out completely. Stare gets them both. Caught out and pantsed. This falls apart. They haven't even got the bomb. They're not even committing, but the frags set them up for success.
Nork's about to get flanked as well here.
Yeah, that's going to be a nasty death. It's going to be a bit of a jump scare for Nork here.
Oh, Buzz didn't clear a donut completely. You just saw him.
He didn't see him.
No, he's dead now. Bloody hell. Now they found that voice that we were talking about again. It's been gone for, what, about 2 hours now?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was a 9-6 half, right? So Australia's got 60 rounds, if I'm not mistaken.
I think if you're Astralis, you probably feel you've won the game. The fact that Stair gets 2 kills behind a Molotov and nobody's even looking, like they're not even ready. No, it's not that they're not looking. They're not prepared for it whatsoever. I think they expect that molly to mean something else, that they're still taking the progression. You see Kixon now taking the glasses off, the frustration starting to mount here. Might not get a single round on this CT side here, Apeks.
Frustrations are starting to bubble to the surface. Astralis looking resilient, consistent. Early smoke from CacaNito will take a couple of pot shots. Save from all of that with the boost.
This pace that Astralis are playing at seems agonizing for Apeks.
Doesn't it?
Like if they can't dictate the first fight and win that first map control battle, Astralis feel like they have their number here.
Yeah, that kind of foreboding feeling. You're hearing those distant flashbangs, but uncertainty grows and then it's all over. Can they keep it perfect though, Jack? Can we always see a spotless
I think they can. I think this is
T-side over time?
This is where having a device and a blame is really going to help you here. Sure, there's experienced members on Apeks.
This is info.
And this isn't a good fight for device.
jkaem, nice find. Draws blood. Looking to find at least one round to boast on this defense. Deco hiding out. He's got confirmation, suspicion that they're coming out main. Timing everything. They line up for him. And with jkaem's help, they completely repel the Astralis squad. 4 up against him. Step. The first, sure, cost him a great deal of health. It should be Kixon just to put this one in. A fresh magazine for the 1v3. Gets, shot in the side of the head. Okay. Well, they cut the celebration short. A more tepid celebration from Apeks, but they're just happy to have gotten one under their belt before the side swap.
Now, this is where if you're a Cuban, you were hoping that you kept a timeout for overtime here, right? They used all 4, didn't they? Yeah. I'm pretty sure the final one was called when it was like 15-12 or 15-13, something along those lines. So can't really contribute here. Has to hope that Kixon can call them home. And Kixon's been having a rough game as far as the fragging department is concerned. Only 10 kills. So that is going to rattle how you feel. But they're fast out mid.
Very fast. Kixon accelerating into Buzz. And he adjusts just like that at the drop of a hat. And the round is already theirs. Multi-kill mayhem. Yeah, CacaNito's still there. There's still a conversation to be had, but no fun for 3 members of Apeks having to watch as the 18th for Astralis looms. Blame a power position. Steeko, considering he does have a Molotov. And CacaNito with the elevation clear. They think they really are going to clear this diligently. Oh, but Blame still gets the frag. Now the molly will come through, and the first of a 1 versus 4 takes shape.
Steeko's not bad in the clutch here, but he doesn't really have any space to work with on the map. Device's position Even though he's currently looking the wrong way.
If you hit the walk key at the right time.
Oh, maybe he'll get away with this.
Just considering it now, Device. And loses his head.
Site's open currently.
1v4 now, 1v2. Stiko
So one.
gets the info. Does spot it out, does get dinked through the boards, but he's got plenty of health to work with, and a bomb plant would be nice. Fakes it out, that buys time for Borup on the flank round. Goes for the plant now. Borup's not going to rush things. Still waiting for info on that last, and yeah, the flank comes through, as does the round for Astralis. One away from the group stage now, and they're starting to feel it. They can sense it. They've won the battle, mentally especially.
Hear the last discussions here, right? Talking about the positioning of how they get the multi-kill, because the key there, we don't see it, but it's about the flashes, right? Because those flashes are meant to be so suppressing that nobody is meant to be able to re-pick middle. It's always going to go against you. There's always going to be odd timings. The CTs get to pick when they peek out as well with their flashes. So there's always a bit of a risk, and that's what we're talking about with this mid-fight. It's a 50-50 from time to time. It is a coin toss. You never know if there's that extra flash they have. Did you drop enough? So there's those little details that play into this mid-exchange. Do we see it again? Do they really try their luck out the guts? Or looks like it could be a fast A play here.
It's quite a ballsy call when you're on the ropes like this. It's been a long series for these guys, and they're just throwing caution to the wind. Borup on the jiggle. Throws out the Molotov to delay.
It's fake. jkaem and CacaNito already over towards Tetris in middle here.
Yeah, the smoke's still up on red as well. Might be fading. Buzz
Look at the
for answers. Yeah, this faded now on mid.
All the way back through spawn here. And Astralis didn't bite down on the fake, didn't rotate. Still currently in a 2-1-2.
And Stare now can smoke them off. They might go and just respect that. Well, the molly would have been nice. Device investigating. We're going to get an AWP head-to-head here. Anor versus Device, both aware. Fired shot. Needs support. Last of their util. jkaem catches him in transition. A great find from the Norwegian to extend play. Stare has to be the hero. Forward, flushed into jkaem. CacaNito for the trade. The flash is too good. Buzz sets him up for success. And now, with only 50 seconds, Apeks are in a tailspin. A disadvantage. Blame's going to hear this. He hears the steps. He knows what's up. And he can end it here on his own terms. Kickson survives. A headshot not enough from Blame, and now they could perhaps get that bomb down. The rotation through, a 3-on-3. Kickson gets the code punched. All to play for now. Stiko with the pre-aim. Needs this one cleanly. AKs for everyone. It's just about precision. Angle good, misses his chance. Oh, and it comes through from Borup and Buzz. Nork, what have you got? We know he's known to clutch. He did so in Paris. The team kill through, but Astralis take it in overtime. Ancient is their domain, and Ancient history for Apeks continue to battle for that spot in the group stage. Astralis safe in the next stage.
Good to see Astralis get through. We've been happy with the type of Counter-Strike.